Hello everyone, welcome to Swiflearn, India's most sincere learning destination for classes 1 to 10. So how are you? I hope you all are super amazing. We are back with another new video today. Before I dive into the topic, let me give you a brief description about Swiflearn for those who are new to this channel. So at Swiflearn, we provide 100% live and interactive classes at the comfort of your home and according to your convenience slots. Here at a batch, we have maximum 6 students, so never more than 6 students. And if you want, you can also opt for one-to-one tuition as well. Here we have a dedicated academic mentor team to track your progress and to guide you throughout your journey. We cover the syllabus as per the school exam schedule, and we also handle custom requests. What are the key features of Swiflearn? Here we are going to provide you with detailed progress report at the end of each month, and we are also going to share it with your parents. You can take unlimited practice tests over here because practice makes a man perfect, right? And on every Sunday, you can take the scholarship test of Swiflearn, which is the Swiflearn Academic Test Series, that is SATs. And here we not only cover the objective type of questions, but also the subjective type of questions for your school exams. Sounds amazing, right? So what are you waiting for? Simply go to the Swiflearn website and book a free trial class today, right after this session, and enjoy the art of learning. If you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe this channel and also make sure to hit on the bell icon, because on this channel we share really knowledgeable videos about different subjects, different topics, and that is really going to help you a lot. Okay, so this is our graphical representation part 3. So part 1 or part 2 we have already done it. If you have not watched them, go and watch them as well. वहाँ पर मैंने detailed explanation दिया है आपको histogram के ऊपर और ogive के ऊपर. तो आज हम लोग histogram और ogive के ऊपर कुछ और question solve करेंगे. ठीक है, तो ये आपका एक revision sort of हो जाएगा. तो अगर आपका exam है next day, तो भी आप और आपके पास ज्यादा टाइम नहीं है, आप ये वीडियो देख सकते हो और आपका ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन पूरा चैप्टर अच्छी तरह से कवर हो जाएगा क्वेश्चन आंसर्स के साथ. ठीक है ना? तो आज का लर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव होगा हमारा सब्जेक्टिव असेसमेंट्स, टू कवर द सब्जेक्टिव असेसमेंट्स एंड आल्सो टू डील विद सम कॉन्सेप्ट बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है, तो चलिए एक बार रिकॉल कर लेते हैं कि व्हाट इज हिस्टोग्राम एंड व्हाट इज ओजाइव. So the graphical representation of data happen in the following two forms of graph. Number one is histogram, number two is ogive, or we also call it as the cumulative frequency curve. है ना? तो अगर हम लोग ऐसे ही डेटा को ऐसे ही अगर मैं बोलूं कि 10 students have got marks more than 80, 20 students have got marks less than 70, तो फिर ये आपके लिए इंटरप्रेट करना समझना डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है ना? विजुअलाइज करना डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है. लेकिन जब भी हम इस डेटा को एक टैब्यूलर फॉर्म में, चार्ट फॉर्म में लाएंगे, उसको हम लोग ग्राफ में प्लॉट करेंगे, तो फिर आप देख के ही आप समझ जाएंगे कि हाउ द डेटा इज वर्किंग, राइट? सो whenever we put the data in tabular form and then we form the graph, it becomes very easy to study the data. तो ऐसे ही हम लोगों के पास दो फॉर्म्स है ग्राफ के लिए. एक हो जाता है आपका हिस्टोग्राम, दूसरा आपका होता है ओजाइव या फिर क्यूम्युलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी कर्व. तो हिस्टोग्राम क्या है? इट इज अ प्लॉट दैट लेट्स अस टू डिस्कवर एंड शो द अंडरलाइंग फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, दैट मींस द शेप ऑफ अ सेट ऑफ कंटिन्यूअस डेटा. ठीक है, तो हिस्टोग्राम में हम लोग डील करेंगे कंटिन्यूअस डेटा के साथ. कंटिन्यूअस का मतलब क्या होता है कि अगर हमारा जो क्लास इंटरवल है ना, मतलब जो रेंज है, अगर इफ इट इज 10 to 20, ठीक है, उसके द नेक्स्ट जो क्लास इंटरवल है, सपोज वो है 20 to 30, मतलब क्या हुआ, यहाँ पर जहां पर खत्म हो रहा है वहीं से ही शुरू हो रहा है. ओके, इट इज एंडिंग एट 20 एंड स्टार्टिंग एट 20. तो ये आपका हो गया कंटिन्यूअस. और डिसकंटिन्यूअस कब होगा? डिसकंटिन्यूअस तब होगा जब हम लोग लिखेंगे 10 to 20, उसके बाद हम लोग स्टार्ट करेंगे 21 to 30, मतलब it is ending at 20 and starting at 21. So this is not continuous, this is discontinuous, right? And also whenever you are given a class interval like 10 to 20, this one will be your lower limit and this is going to be your upper limit. ठीक है, हो गया आपका क्विक रिवीजन. चलिए अब नेक्स्ट देखते हैं क्यूम्युलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी कर्व और एन ओजाइव. सो व्हाट इज इट? ओके, तो if we plot the points taking the upper limits of the class intervals as x coordinates and their corresponding cumulative frequencies as y coordinates, then join these points by a freehand curve. The curve so obtained is called as the cumulative frequency curve or an ogive, या फिर हम इसको बोल सकते हैं less than ogive. तो यहाँ पर मैं आपको एक ब्रीफ डिस्क्रिप्शन दे रही हूँ. तो ग्राफ में पॉइंट्स का कोऑर्डिनेट्स क्या होता है, एक होता है आपका एक्स एक्सिस में, एक दूसरा होता है आपका वाई एक्सिस में. तो ओजाइव में हम लोग क्या करेंगे, ये जो एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट का जो पॉइंट है लेस देन ओजाइव के बात कर रही हूँ मैं, तो फॉर दिस एक्स पॉइंट यू कैन सिंपली टेक द अपर लिमिट ऑफ द क्लास इंटरवल, और वाई के लिए हम लोग निकालेंगे क्यूम्यूलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी. इस अपर लिमिट का जो भी आपका कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग क्यूम्यूलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी है उसको निकालेंगे. ऐसे हम लोग पॉइंट्स निकाल के फिर हम उसको प्लॉट कर देंगे, ये हो जाएगा आपका लेस देन ओजाइव. ओके, सो व्हाट इज क्यूम्यूलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी, ये जब मैं एग्जांपल्स कराऊंगी तब आपको समझा दूंगी, ठीक है ना. और दूसरा आपका होता है मोर देन ओजाइव भी होता है ना. मोर देन ओजाइव में हम लोग क्या करते हैं, ये जो एक्स वाई जो कोऑर्डिनेट्स है, एक्स में हम लोग ले लेते हैं लोअर लिमिट. सो व्हेन वी डू द मोर देन ओजाइव वी टेक द लोअर लिमिट, एंड फॉर द वाई कोऑर्डिनेट वी टेक द कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग क्यूम्यूलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी. तो ये आपका हो जाएगा मोर देन ओजाइव. क्यूम्यूलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी एक बार मैं ब्रीफली फिर भी आपको डिस्क्राइब कर दे रही हूँ. Cumulative frequency. This means whatever is your present data or whatever is your present frequency, we are adding the past frequency as well. For example, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. ठीक है, we have two class intervals. Here, just suppose that the frequency for this class interval is 3 and the frequency for the second class interval is 4. तो जब हम निकालेंगे cumulative frequency, तो फर्स्ट क्लास इंटरवल के लिए तो ठीक है 3 हो गया, बिकॉज 0 to 10 के लिए हमारे पास कोई डेटा है ही नहीं. लेकिन जब हम लोग क्यूम्यूलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी निकालेंगे सेकेंड क्लास इंटरवल के लिए, तब हम लोग क्या करेंगे, इस 3 को लेंगे और इस 4 के साथ प्लस कर देंगे, मतलब 3 + 4 7 हो जाएगा आपका क्यूम्यूलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी. तो जो भी आपका प्रेजेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी है दैट इज 4, उसके साथ जो भी हमारा पास्ट फ्रीक्वेंसी था, मतलब ये जो 3 था, इसको हम लोग ऐड करेंगे और हमको मिल जाएगा 7. So this is going to form your cumulative frequency. Okay, easy, fine. Now let's come to this question. Draw the histograms for the following frequency distributions. Drawing the histograms. Now the class intervals are given to you 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. So here you can see that it is continuous group data, right? Continuous data. Why? Because the class interval, it is ending at 10, starting at 10 for the next class interval, ending at 20, starting at 20, ending at 30, starting at 30. Therefore this is your continuous data, and the frequency given to you 12, 20, 26, 18, 10, 6. Now you have to draw the histogram. How to draw the histogram? So see, on the x axis we are going to plot the class interval. Class interval we will plot on the x axis, and on the y axis, as you can see, we have plotted the frequency. Okay, and the class intervals are from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, right? So this is your 10, this point is your 0, this is your 10, this is your 20, this is 30, 40, 50, 60, right? और ये जो आपका एरिया, ये आपका हो गया 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 0 to 10, ऐसे. So this is going to help you to draw the rectangle, right? So just see, for the first class interval, that is for 0 to 10, the frequency is 12. So what we will do, this is your area for 0 to 10, right? This is your 0 and this is your 10. So 0 to 10, and here you have the frequency 12. This is your frequency 12. So we are drawing the rectangle accordingly. और frequency में आपको क्या ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा, that is the maximum frequency is 26 over here. That means you should take the division on the y-axis in such a way such that we can accommodate the 26, right? So that is very important कि हम लोग 26 को accommodate करें. तो यहाँ पर दे हैव टेकन 5 डिविजन करके 5, 10, 15 लाइक दैट. For 10 to 20 interval, the frequency is 20 and accordingly they have drawn the rectangle. 20 to 30, the frequency is 26, they have drawn the rectangle. 30 to 40, it is 18, which is between 15 and 20. So 30 to 40, 18 frequency, they have drawn the rectangle accordingly. 40 to 50 आपका हो गया 10, ये हो गया आपका 10 frequency, they have drawn the rectangle accordingly. 50 to 60 में हो गया आपका 6, slightly greater than 5, तो ये हो गया आपका rectangle accordingly. And this is your histogram graph, right? वेरी इजी. बस थोड़ा सा आप लॉजिक समझ जाओ तो फिर तो आप कोई भी हिस्टोग्राम का प्रॉब्लम आप कर सकते हो, है ना. इस एक प्रॉब्लम को समझ अगर आप समझ जाओ तो फिर आप कोई भी हिस्टोग्राम का प्रॉब्लम कर सकोगे. अब देख लीजिए सेकेंड प्रॉब्लम में क्या है. 10 to 16, 16 to 22, right? And then we have 20 to 30, 22 to 28, 28 to 34, and then we have 34 to 40. तो यहाँ पर भी आपके पास होगा continuous data, right? So 10 to 16, 16 to 22, 22 to 28, 22 to 28, yes. So this one is not going to be there, right? So there is a mistake. So 10 to 16, 16 to 22, this is your question. This is not present. 16 to 22, 22 to 28, 28 to 34, 34 to 40, right? तो ये भी आपका हो जाएगा continuous data, because ending at 16, starting at 16, ending at 22, starting at 22, ending at 28, starting at 28, ending at 34, starting at 34, right? And but यहाँ पर क्या आपको देखना है कि we don't have the data for 0 to 10. 0 to 10 is not present. And I told you whenever we don't have a data for a particular interval, then what we do is we apply the break or the cut on the graph. मतलब 0 to 10 के लिए we will apply a break or a cut. This indicates that we don't have the data for 0 to 10, but we have the data for 10 to 16. 10 to 16 और यहाँ पर आपका फ्रीक्वेंसी है 30 हाईएस्ट. सो ये 30 को एकोमोडेट करना चाहिए, ये आपका 30 को एकोमोडेट कर लिया. सो 10 to 16, दिस इज योर पॉइंट फॉर 10, दिस इज योर पॉइंट फॉर 16. इसका फ्रीक्वेंसी है 15, तो बस रेक्टेंगल ड्रॉ कर लिया अकॉर्डिंगली. 16 to 22 के लिए 23, बिटवीन 20 and 25, 22 and 20, and make sure to use your scale, okay, on the graph paper. Whenever you are drawing something on the graph, your neatness also matters a lot. If you are very neat, then your answer will also be accurate, okay? So always use your scale. So accordingly 28 to 34, frequency 20, they have drawn the rectangle. 34 to 40, frequency 16, they have drawn the rectangle. Bas, this is your histogram. Very easy, right? And just remember, on the x-axis we are plotting the class intervals, and along the y-axis we are plotting the frequencies. Okay. अब ये वाला देख लीजिए. क्लास इंटरवल्स आर 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59. तो ये तो आपका हो गया discontinuous data. Discontinuous data. Why? Because it is ending at 39, starting at 40. Ending at 49, starting at 50, ending at 59, starting at 60. तो ये आपका हो गया discontinuous data. तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे? Whenever you will get a discontinuous data, you will have to convert it into continuous data. Then only we can plot the histogram. तो जब आपका ये वाला हो गया आपका discontinuous जो class intervals है, this is called as the inclusive form. Inclusive form means what? The discontinuous data that you are getting. We have to convert this into exclusive form. That means into continuous data. So how can you do that? So simply see 39, 40, right? So what is the difference? 40 minus 39 equals to 1. अब क्या करोगे? 1 को बस half कर दोगे तो फिर हमारा आ गया 0.5. This is our adjustment factor. हम इसको बोलते हैं adjustment factor. अब इस 0.5 को लेकर क्या करना है? जो भी आपके पास क्लास इंटरवल है उसका जो लोअर लिमिट है उसके साथ आप माइनस कर दो. सो 30 minus 0.5 is 29.5. 2 whatever is your upper limit, with that you add this adjustment factor, that is 0.5. That means 39 plus 0.5, that is 39.5. बस यही करना है आपको. अब देखो ये 0.5 हम लोगों का आ गया एडजस्टमेंट फैक्टर. 40 माइनस 0.5 करोगे तो फिर आपका आ जाएगा 39.5, और अगर ये अपर लिमिट के साथ प्लस कर दोगे 0.5 तो फिर आपका आ जाएगा 49.5. बस ऐसे ही आपका हो जाएगा सब. 49.5 to 59.5, 59.5 to 69.5, 69.5 to 79.5, and this is your continuous data, right? Ending at 39.5, starting at 39.5, ending at 49.5, starting at 49.5, ending at 59.5, starting at 59.5. So this is our exclusive form of class interval, or this is our continuous form. And here you have the corresponding frequencies. बस now you know what to do, है ना. x axis में हम लोग ले लेंगे class intervals. So 29.5, 39.5, 49.5, these will be our points, and under frequencies our highest is 24, so you should take the division accordingly so that we can accommodate 24. See, here also we don't have the data from 0 to 29.5, we don't have any data, so we will apply cut on the graph. And from 29.5 to 39.5, frequency is 24, so they have drawn the rectangle accordingly. 39.5 to 49.5, frequency is 16, they have drawn the rectangle. 49.5 to 59.5, frequency is 9, they have drawn the rectangle. 59.5 to 69.5, frequency is 15, they have drawn the rectangle. 69.5 to 79.5, frequency is 20, and they have drawn the rectangle accordingly. And this is your histogram. Okay, so this is another type of problem where we converted the discontinuous data into the continuous data form. Next problem, class mark is given. Class mark is given and you are asked to convert it into, as in you are asked to draw the graph, histogram graph. So now the class mark is given. Intervals are not given. अब क्या करोगे? कुछ नहीं, बस 24 माइनस 16 करना है, बस यही काम है. 8 आ गया आपका. अब 8 डिवाइडेड बाई 2 कर दो, so 4. Okay, 4. Here also you can see 40 minus 32. 40 minus 32 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is again 4. अब इस 4 को लेकर हम लोग क्या करेंगे? Whatever is the class mark, first for the lower limit we will simply do 16 minus 4, that is 12. 2. Again for the upper limit we will simply do 16 plus 4, that is 20. So 12 to 20 will be your first class interval. Okay, so just remember the adjustment factor over here is 4. For 24 what will you do? 24 minus 4 equals to 20. This will be your lower limit. 2. 24 plus 4 equals to 28. This will be your upper limit. So your second class interval will be between 20 to 28. Okay, बस ऐसे ही आपको follow करना है और देख लीजिए. See what is happening. Yeah, so 12 to 20 frequency is 8, 24 20 to 28 frequency is 12. 32 के लिए क्या हो गया? 32 minus 4 28. 2 32 plus 4 that is 36, frequency is 15. 40 के लिए क्या हो गया? 40 minus 4 that is 46. 40 plus 4 that is 44. So 36 to 44 the frequency is 18. Again for 48 minus 4, 44. 2 48 plus 4 that is 52. We are getting the frequency 25. Similarly, they have solved all of them. 64 minus 4 is 60. 2 64 plus 4 is 68 and the frequency is 10. And this is your continuous data. 12 to 20, 20 to 28, 28 to 36. That means wherever the class interval is ending, from that point only the next class interval is starting. So now you know what to do. Okay, 0 to 12 we don't have any data. Again we don't have any data for 0 to 12, so always apply the break. And we have here 12 to 20, 20 to 28, 28 to 36, like this up to 60 to 68. Highest frequency given is 25, so they have taken division of 5. So on the y-axis you have the frequency, on the x-axis you have the class interval, so 0, 5, 10, 15 like that. And now 12 to 20 frequency is 8, they have drawn the rectangle. 20 to 28 frequency is 12, they have drawn the rectangle. 28 to 36 the frequency is 15, they have drawn the rectangle. So 36 to 44 frequency is 18, they have drawn the rectangle accordingly. 44 to 52 frequency is 25, they have drawn the rectangle. 52 to 60 frequency is 90, 19 rectangle is drawn. 60 to 68 frequency is 10 and the rectangle is drawn, and this is your histogram. Okay, so in histogram we covered almost all the types of questions are covered. Continuous data, discontinuous data, how to convert discontinuous data into continuous data, and also applying the break whenever we don't have any data from 0 to 12 like this. Don't forget to apply the break, and how to solve the histogram when the class mark is given, right? So simply you need to take the difference of two consecutive class marks, divide it by 2, divide the difference by 2, and you will get the adjustment factor. Then for the lower limit, do minus the adjustment factor, class mark minus the adjustment factor. For the upper limit, simply take the class mark plus the adjustment factor. Okay, histogram is completed. Now let us move on to the cumulative frequency curve or the Ogive. Okay, so this is our first problem. 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30. So this is our continuous data, right? This is our continuous data and they have given the frequencies accordingly. So let's solve this problem, and we will do both less than ogive also, more than type ogive also, so that it covers everything. So the data given to us is 10 to 15, then we have 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40. Okay. And the frequencies are given to you: 10, 15, 17, 12, 10 and 8. For the less than type, so in less than type we always deal with the upper class limits, right? So like 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 like that. So at first you can simply write less than 15. Less than 15, and here we are writing the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. So less than 15, what can we see? Which part is less than 15? This part. That means we are only taking the 10. Next one will be less than 20. Less than 20 means this one as well as this one. That means 10 plus you have to do 15. That is 25. Okay. Next one is less than 25. Less than 25 means these three parts, right? So up to this we have obtained 25. So you simply need to do 25 plus 17, that is 42. Similarly, we will have to do less than 30, less than 35, less than 40. Yes. So for less than 30, so up to this we have 42. We simply need to take this 42. Up to this we have 42 plus we have to do 12, that is 54. For less than 35, that means all these parts. So 54 is present up to here. So 54 plus 10, you have to, up to this we know it is 54. 54 plus 10 is going to give you 64. And for less than 40, all these are less than 40. That means it is actually the sum of all the frequencies. So up to this we know that it is 64. You have to do 64 plus 8, that is equal to 72. And these are your cumulative frequencies. How to take the points? Only take the upper class limits, right? That is 15 and the corresponding cumulative frequency. 15, 10, 20, 25, 25, 42. Okay, so upper class limit 20 and the corresponding cumulative frequency is 25, right? So here also you have all the upper class limits: 25, 42, 30, 54, 35, 64, 40, 72, right? This is for your less than type ogive. So for less than type ogive, we got the points as 15 and 10, 20 and 25, 25 and 42, 30 and 54, 35 and 64, 40 and 72. So these are our upper class limit, and this is our corresponding cumulative frequency. Okay, and this is for our less than ogive, less than type ogive. All right, now we will simply okay, before doing the graph, let's do for the more than type also, and then we will do the graph together. Okay, because I want to cover all the types. So for more than, here we deal with the lower class limits, right? So lower class limits were it see, the data of the question was 10 to 15, it was 15 to 20. Let me write it down so that it is easier for you to understand. 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, and the frequencies given to you are 10, 15, 17, 12, 10, and 8. So first it will be more than or equal to 10. Here we are dealing with the lower class limits. These are our lower class limits, and on we are writing the cumulative frequencies now. Okay, so more than or equal to 10, all of these are more than or equal to 10, right? All these frequencies are more than or equal to 10. That means addition of all these frequencies, that is 72. Next one will be more than or equal to 15. More than or equal to 15, only this part, right? And this is excluded from the total, so it will be 72 minus 10, that is 62. More than or equal to 20, more than or equal to, so here we are simply taking the lower class limits: 25, 30 and 35. Okay, so more than or equal to 20, more than equal to 20 is this part. We have to exclude this 15, right? So up to this we have 62. 62 minus 15, that is 47. More than or equal to 25, that means this part is more than or equal to 25. We have to exclude this 17 also. So we have 47 minus 17, that is 30. More than or equal to 30, that means only these two parts, and we have to exclude this 12 also. So 30 minus 12, that is going to give you 18. And more than or equal to 35 is only this part, right? Only this part. So up to this we have 18, and we simply need to do 18 minus 10. We have to exclude this part also, because only this part is more than or equal to 35. So 18 minus 10 is going to give you 8, and these are your cumulative frequencies. Here, how will you plot the points? For the x point, we will take the lower class limit. It is already circled. That means 10, 72, 15, 62, 20, 47, 25, 30, 30, 18, 35, 8, like this. Okay, let me write down the points for the more than type also. So 10, 72, 15, 62, 20, 47, 25, and 30. Then we have 30, 18, 35 and 8. For the x point, we have taken the lower class limit, and for the y point we have taken the corresponding cumulative frequency. This is for your more than type ogive. Okay, now let's plot these points on the graph. So make sure to do it on your graph paper and make sure to be very neat. Yes. So let us just take the plots as. So for the less than type, the highest frequency that we got was 72. So we need to accommodate 72, and for the upper class limit, the highest that we got was up to 40. Okay, so we need to accommodate all these. So let's take the point as 15. Then here we can take it as say 30, then 45, and then 60. Okay, and here also we are taking 15, then we are taking 30, and then we are taking 45, and then we are taking 60, and then we are taking 75. These are the points that we are plotting. So first let us do for our less than type ogive. The less than type ogive points are 15 and 10. So 10 will be somewhere here, 15 and 10. Okay. Next one is 20 and 25. So 20 will be somewhere here and 25 will be in between this. So this is the point. 25 and 42. So 25 will be somewhere here and 42 we are going to take it between so slightly less than 45. Next one is 30 and 54. So this is our 30, 54 will be between this. So 30 and 54. Then we have 35 and 64. So this is our 35 and 64 will be slightly greater than 60. So this is our 64, and 40 and 72. So 40 will be somewhere here and 72 will be less than 75. So it kind of goes like this. Now you can join these points. And here you have your less than type ogive that is going from downwards to the upwards direction, and you can also say that from 0 to 10 we have got no data, right? So you can say that from 0 to 10 we have got no data, so you can simply cut it on the graph. If you consider the 10, you can simply cut it. Next, let us do for the more than type ogive. More than type ogive, the points are 10, and then we have 72. Okay, so here you have 10 and this is our 72. Next we have 15 and 62. So 15 and 62 somewhere over here. Then we have 25, right? I don't have the data with me over here. So I think we got 20 and 47. Yeah. So 20 and 47 will be here. Then we had 25 and 30. So 25 will be say somewhere here and 30 is here. Then we have 30 and 18. So 30 and 18 slightly greater than 15. And then 35 and 8 which will be slightly here. Now you can join this graph. So this is your, so from upward direction going to the downward direction, this is your more than type ogive, right? Okay, so here we have drawn both less than type ogive as well and the more than type ogive as well. And also make sure to write the names of the points over here. Okay, so when you are plotting the points, write down which one is your x point, which one is your y point, right? So here I have lack of space, that's why I've not shown it to you, but on your copy make sure to do that. Yeah, that's exactly what they have done. And this is your less than ogive and the more than ogive, they have all intersected at a point that is 17. Okay, this will be needed for your median. Now we are not going to cover that. Now 10 to 19, 20 to 29. So discontinuous data, how to convert it into continuous data. 20 minus 19 equals to 1. 1 divided by 2 equals to 0.5. Now what will you do? What to do with this adjustment factor? From the lower limit subtract it, so 9.5, and from the upper limit add it, so 19.5. Again for this 20 minus 0.5, that means 19.5 to 29.5, and your data has become continuous now, right? This is how you're supposed to do it. Okay, so there is another method that we use for the construction of ogive without deriving the cumulative frequency. That is also very easy. उसके लिए आपको क्या करना है, बस simply आप एक histogram ही पहले draw कर लो, ठीक है? जो भी आपका ये डेटा होगा, ये देखिए ग्राफ में, ये तो आपका कंटिन्यूअस में कन्वर्ट हो गया. सो 9.5 टू 19.5, 19.5 to 29.5. Simply they have drawn the histograms. Okay, they have drawn the rectangles, they have taken the corresponding frequencies. These are not cumulative frequencies, just normal frequency, and 0 to 9.5 we don't have any data, so we are cutting it. अब आप क्या कर सकते हो, इन रेक्टेंगल्स का जो भी मिड पॉइंट है ना, तो इस रेक्टेंगल का मिड पॉइंट ये हुआ, इस रेक्टेंगल का मिड पॉइंट ये हुआ, तो आप स्केल से मेजर कर लेना. इस रेक्टेंगल का मिड पॉइंट ये हुआ, इस रेक्टेंगल का मिड पॉइंट आपका ये हुआ, इस रेक्टेंगल का मिड पॉइंट ये हुआ. अब आप स्केल से सिंपली इन सारे जो मिड पॉइंट्स है ना, इनको आप ज्वाइन कर लीजिए, ठीक है? So the white line that you can see, मेरा तो टेरा मेरा हो गया. ये whatever are the midpoints, simply we are joining the midpoints of the rectangle. So simply at first we are doing the histogram, and whatever rectangles we are getting, we are taking out the midpoint of the rectangles, and then we are simply joining those midpoints, और आपका ये हो जाएगा ogive curve or cumulative frequency curve. So this is another method that you can do with the help of histogram or without finding out the cumulative frequencies. Okay, so this was just like an extra tip, extra information that I gave to you. So where can we apply ogive? In architecture, a unique combination is used to beautify the monuments and even to suit the wind and surrounding environment. In the study of glaciers and their structures, ogives are used. So ogives are used in lots of real life explanations. So basically, it looks like this. So convex curve, concave curve intersects each other, and then we also, the tip of a bullet also follows the shape of an ogive like this. Okay, so there are lots of real life applications of ogive. So what did we learn today? We solved questions. We learned what is histogram. We learned about ogive, and we solved all types of questions for histogram. We solved all types of questions for ogives. We solved subjective assessments as well as concept based questions. Thank you so much for attending this session. If you have any doubt, please drop your doubt in the comment section and I will be clearing your doubts. Keep practicing maths, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit on the bell icon so that you never miss any update from us, and make sure to share it among your friends and family so that we all can come together and enjoy the art of learning together, right? So bye bye, tata, take care, have a nice day.